directors have been so supportive of them and me. They're just an amazing group of folks and have worked very hard to make sure that we could have the kind of outcome you're hearing on stage today. A little bit more about that later, but the second tune on the program is going to be on a hymn song of Philip Bliss. And I'm not sure where the feedback is coming from, but I'll try not to let it get too bad so that it rings in all of our ears. On a hymn song of Philip Bliss is a very moving and meaningful tune. It's also a tune that is usually played by high school and college ensembles, not usually played by middle school ensembles. And when I was talking with Dr. Musgrave and some of the other conductors in the district here, they were like, this is a really top-notch group, and we think that they can handle this. Moreover, they have really done a beautiful job with this. This has been such a great piece for us to work on because of the great clarinet section we have, all the warm sounds that come from the low brass, and the wonderful, just full instrumentation. Everybody is doing their job really well. So, aside from the difficulty of playing the tune because of its deep meaning, the tune itself is based on a story, a real life story that happened where a family had decided to go on a trip. And this is at a time when they were crossing the Atlantic in ships. And unfortunately, the father was not able to take the initial passage with them. As his wife and their children made the passage, the ship hit a terrible storm and sank in the middle of the ocean. The only survivor of the family was the wife, and she ended up in Wales. And when the husband heard about this, he made his way to Wales again via ship, because that was the only way to make that trip at that time. During the passage, at about the same place where the other ship had been taken down during the storm, the husband had experienced a deep sense of some kind of spiritual moment where he said, I need to write down about what I'm feeling and how this is happening. And it all was about not only his loss, that was the initial part of it, but then it became poetry. And he actually wrote a poem about this that explained how he was feeling and how through this experience from, being on the waves and on the water, through this experience, he had reconnected with his family, and then when he reconnected with his wife, that there were still positive things in life and positive things to come. When Philip Bliss, who is a hymn songwriter, saw this poem, he was so moved by it because it wasn't just about the sorrow of loss, but about the hope of what is to come and what we can make out of life, that he was moved to write this beautiful melody. And so when David Holtzinger arranged this for band for us, he did us a huge favor. I hope you will enjoy on a hymn song of Philip Bliss. It's one of my favorite pieces, and I hope you'll think so too when we get done.